Escuchas UPRA Web Radio, tu estación universitaria.
La Universidad de Puerto Rico en Arecibo ni esta emisora se solidarizan necesariamente con las expresiones vertidas en el próximo programa.
You're listening to What's on the Net on UPRA Web Radio. Welcome back to another stream of What's on the Net. As usual, Amanda Cruz is joining me.
Hello.
And this is Elaine Vela speaking. We're really sorry we weren't streaming on Monday, but we're back to our usual shenanigans. And to start it all off, we're going to be talking about 3 TikTok trends. The first one is called Hello Fall.
I like how people are talking about the things that they like about fall, because that's one of my favorite seasons. So I enjoy other people having the same liking to it. Yeah, because I really like we don't see it here a lot, but the change in leaves, and also the pumpkin flavored stuff, because I really like pumpkin flavored stuff, and we don't get that throughout the year.
No, we don't. And I really love it too, because I think fall is one of the greatest seasons of the year. I think my top 2 would be fall and winter.
Yeah, because they're also like the most aesthetically pleasing seasons.
That's very true, very true. So for those of you that love fall or want to get the spirit going, you can check out the trend in TikTok. And as Amanda said, is people basically showing their favorite things, what they missed year around waiting for fall to get here, their fall aesthetic. It's basically everything you can showcase or love about this time of the year. And I think my favorite trend so far is one I really relate to. It's called the adult money, which is basically adults showing teenagers and younger kids what they do with their adult money. Because, you know, a lot of when we're growing up, we think, oh, when I'm older, I'm gonna be buying this or I'm gonna be doing that with my money. But reality is very different.
The other day I got a TikTok about how to work with your taxes and how to get a credit.
Yeah.
And I found that really useful. And the lady was like, yeah, you can get like a credit card at a certain age and you can do this and that in order to like get a good credit, because if you want to get a house by the age of 21, then this is what you need to do. And it's like really useful.
Yeah.
I've never been taught in school. We don't get as in depth with how to get all of that. We just know like the market and how we got to this point, but we don't really learn what to do with what we have.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that the Department of Education should really look into, because, you know, once you graduate, not everyone goes to college or continue, you know, studying something. And that's okay. That's totally okay. If it works for you, go ahead. But I think they should consider, you know, giving life lessons, I would call it, like how to do your taxes, what to do with your credit, what to do in certain situations that no one really talks about. So I think that's why adult money is a great trend. And moving on, we have the final TikTok trend that we're going to be talking about, which is one I've been seeing a lot lately, and it is the hurt my feelings trend.
I love that one. I get them all the time on my For You page, and they're so funny. I saw this one that was like, you think you can hurt my feelings, but my best friend left me, and like it was like really funny, and I was like, oh, it's so sad, but it's so funny. Because it's like true. You think you can hurt my feelings? No, I've been hurt a lot before. Thank you.
Yeah, I think this trend really shows the side of how Gen Z basically tries to cope with traumatic events, which is by joking about it, which I mean, I think we really shouldn't, because sometimes we have to think about, okay, this is really serious, but then it's also good to be able to kind of joke about it, because it means that somehow we'll be getting better. I don't know, it's kind of like a 50-50.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you joke about it, a little part of you is kind of getting over it by doing that.
I think so. I think that's why this generation might love the joking to cope with trauma, I would say. And I think what I really love about this too is that it can kind of show how not everyone is really alone. Because while, yeah, you laugh at the jokes, you kind of see people that have gone through similar things. It shows that maybe you can get better in a way.
Yeah, because a lot of people I see like in the comments and they're like, "Oh, that happened to me," but like it gets better. Better things are ahead, and it's like you see people having each other's back
Yeah,
in a way.
we love that. We love to see it. And moving on, we're gonna be talking about some Twitter trend topics. And it is that yesterday was National Coffee Day, so that was a hashtag that was really up there in the top trends.
I would not want to be a Starbucks barista yesterday.
No, I think no one wanted to be a
No one wants to be.
barista, point period. I mean, people are really, really into coffee, and I don't really blame them. Growing up, I would be judging a bit about how adults would be depending on coffee, but now that I'm older, I love it. Cold coffee is my favorite thing.
Yes, iced lattes are great. I love coffee, and I used to judge people too about how much coffee they would drink or if they would drink energy drinks.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, hey, yeah, can I have like a 4-shot espresso latte? Thank you. And can I also have a green apple monster on the side? Thank you.
Yeah, it's one of those things that we never really think about, how in the future it could probably be us. And I think one of the things people are now most excited about is that Barry Jenkins is trending in Twitter because the Moonlight director is set to take on a Lion King sequel.
The Lion King sequel, is it like the live action?
I think it would be the live action, and it is supposedly, because nothing has been confirmed, it is supposedly the story of Mufasa's origin.
I would rather see the origin of Scar.
Yeah, I would too. I'm not gonna lie. So there you have it. Barry Jenkins is the second trending topic, and another and the final one we're gonna be talking about is the Find Harry, which is trending topic that a lot of users created because a Twitter user lost their 2-year-old quacker parrot, and they're in search for him because Harry has never been in the wild.
I didn't see that, and it was so sad.
It is sad. When it said Find Harry, I was for some reason thinking, how Harry Styles is filming videos and stuff that that a lot of fans post trending topics like that because they want to know where an artist is at the moment to see if they can get a glimpse of the action. So I saw it and I was like, oh well maybe it's something about Harry Styles, but then I was nope, it is not. And I got sad because losing your pet is heartbreaking.
It really is. Especially if you're really attached to it.
True. No one really deserved that. So I really hope they do find Harry safe and sound. But moving on, we're gonna be talking now about social media updates and news. And the first one is that TikTok is announcing that they're going to be banning ads for weight loss related products, and I think that's a really important stand that they're taking compared to social media such as Twitter and Instagram where you most see things like this.
I think that it's really important that they're banning weight loss related products and like body shaming stuff because I've seen so many waist trainers, a weight loss like app, and I'm like, dude, are you body shaming me?
And not that, it's that also celebrities take deals of sponsorship with these companies and they really try to sell the product, and no one really knows how it might work. It's not something certified.
Most of the products that are marketed as weight loss by celebrities are just laxatives
Basically,
or appetite suppressants, I think that it's called, which are not healthy. When you, like, let's say it's like a person that is 120 pounds and they want to get rid of like a little body fat that they have, those are not like
the way to
most
go.
healthy, because stomach is already like small enough, and like suppressing your appetite is just gonna be like 10 times worse. And you just hurt yourself.
Exactly, and that's also the way a lot of eating disorders start. So I'm really glad that TikTok is finally taking a stand on this, and that they're actually banning this type of ad and post. Another thing that's happening to social media is that recently the whole TikTok getting banned thing got cleared up and settled, but now Facebook is the one that is having issues with Europe, because the European officials are increasingly concerned about how their user information is going from Europe to the US. So it's kind of like the same concern that the president had for TikTok is happening with Facebook, but with the European Union. And the thing is that they sent Facebook preliminary order calling for them to suspend this practice, and Facebook, as a result, they threatened to suspend their service.
That's fishy.
It is
That's
fishy.
like really fishy. Like, why are you so pressed about that information? Like, what are you doing with it that's gonna hurt you to enough to like leave them?
Yeah, it's very weird because the US was having an uproar because of what China could do with the users' information. But now that Europe has the same concern with an app, the US isn't talking about this. If you don't look this thing up, you might not hear about it.
I don't know. That doesn't sit right with me.
No, it doesn't. So hopefully something can get done. Another news, and maybe our last, is that Pinterest announced that they're expanding the launch of their pin stories, which is kind of cool because this statement that they made public says that it is an all-new type of pin and publishing option that gives creators a way to tell dynamic and visual stories with video, voiceover, image, and text overlay. But what I really think is great is that you can also save them to create boards for later. It's not like your normal story that once it's in the 24 hours, they will, be gone.
So it's basically like Instagram highlights in a way.
In a way, because the story stays, but people can use it as inspiration for their own projects. Like they can take them for their pin boards. And if you're interested in the Soy Pins, it is going to be available to creators in the US, and after, I guess, the trial run, it will be available in other regions and more users. So there's that. And we're going to be taking a break, but before we leave you, we want to let you know that we're going to be talking about what's new on streaming platforms and what's been confirmed to get another season.
¿Estás confundido y aún no sabes qué estudiar? El Departamento de Ciencias de Computadoras de la Universidad de Puerto Rico en Arecibo ofrece un bachillerato en informática completamente dedicado a la programación de sistemas operativos y bases de datos. Además, cuenta con laboratorios profesionales de tecnología avanzada. Para más información, comunícate al 787-815-0000, extensión 3300. El Departamento de Ciencias de Computadoras es para ti.
Con el alcohol siempre es lo mismo. Tonqueadera time y después tomareao. Nah, déjame mejor con mi corillo. Después de todo, cada día somos más los que jangueamos sin alcohol.
Ojos en el celular no son ojos para guiar. Evita una multa o un choque fatal. Al guiar, frena el celular. Mensaje de la Comisión para la Seguridad en el Tránsito.
And welcome back to What's on the Net. This is Elaine Bella speaking. Amanda Cruz is with me.
Welcome back.
Hey! And as we said before, we're going to be talking about what's new to streaming platforms and what's been confirmed. And to start it off, we're going to be talking about Netflix, and they are premiering season 3 of Carmen Sandiego tomorrow, October 1st, and that very same day is going to be premiering the very first season of Bom Dia Veronica, which is also translated to Good Morning Veronica. And this series is based on the novel of the same name, and it is a series that follows the story of Veronica Torres, who is a police secretary who works at a homicide police station in Sao Paulo. And her routine ends up being interrupted when she witnesses the shocking suicide of a young woman. The very same week, she receives an anonymous call from a desperate female requesting help.
It's nice. I think I'm probably gonna add it to my list, like everything I add, and end up watching 3 years later.
Honestly, same. I really do that too. I don't blame you. Another thing that Netflix is going to be premiering, and I'm very excited about and looking forward to, is the Deaf You docu-series, which premieres October 9, and that same day, The Haunting of Bly Manor drops too. But speaking of Deaf You first, it is a docu-series that is produced by Niall DeMarco.
Is he the one that was on America's Next Top Model?
Yeah, that's the very same Niall DeMarco.
Okay. He was also on Dancing with the Stars.
That is correct. But this series, what's interesting is that it follows a group of students who are already attending university, but they go to Gallaudet University, which is a private college for the deaf of hearing. So it's basically the normal shenanigans and drama that happens at college, but showing their side, like how it happens to them or how they deal with stuff.
It's nice for him to give like a platform for like people like him.
Exactly.
So that they have kind of like a voice.
Yeah, a voice and a representation, which is really important right now and all the time. And for those that are looking forward to Haunting of Bly Manor, we do want to make sure that you know that this is a follow series to The Haunting of Hill House, but it is not a sequel. So you will see part of the same cast, but it won't be a direct sequel nor anything related to the events of the Hill House story. Moving on, Netflix is premiering the Blackpink Light Up the Sky music documentary, which would be the first K-pop documentary, I guess, or orientated documentary that the platform will have, and it follows their starting days to where they are right now. So if that's something you would be interested, you can check it out on October 14. And October 19 will welcome the Unsolved Mysteries Volume 2. And for the confirmed stuff, we have Season 3 of Cobra Kai and You, which I know You is a lot of people's favorite series.
I was scrolling through Netflix and I saw the banner for Season 3 of You, and I got really excited because it's such like a good story, and the way that the last season ended was so, yeah, it was so it left you like on the edge of your seat, and you're like, oh, so what's gonna happen now?
Yeah, so I'm really glad we're getting that continuation to You. And if you like Racing Diane Season 1, get ready because Season 2 will be coming sometime next year, I think. And we gotta talk about Hulu now, which is premiering Season 13 of Cutthroat Kitchen October 1st. And that very same day, which is tomorrow, is going to be having Season 1 of Man with a Band arriving to the platform.
What's that about?
That is about a true crime documentary series, and the focus of it is on cases which van drivers use their vehicle to help them commit their heinous crime. And they follow how the car was an essential part of identifying the person behind it. And for those that are fan of Superstore, get ready because October 23rd will be the premiere of Season 6. So that's exciting. In other news, Apple TV has confirmed that the morning show is going to be having a second season, which I'm excited because I'm planning on starting the first one in a few days. And besides the morning show Season 2, we will be getting Season 2 of the C series, which is a very interesting premise, and everyone should check out the trailer for Season 1. And finally, we have gotten to Prime Video. Prime Video has a few things lined up to premiere, but I think the closest one to being out is the Savage and Fenty show Volume 2 production, so that's very cool.
I want to see who the lineup, like the singers.
Yeah,
because last one was really good, and all the performances were amazing.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are looking forward to that too. And lastly, a fan favorite is Mr. Robot, which will be having its Season 4 on the platform October 6th. So that's basically it for what streaming platforms have new or confirmed. We're gonna have to take a break, and when we get back, we're going to wrap everything up.
¿Estás buscando una universidad en la cual salgas bien capacitado y directo al mundo laboral? Te recomiendo la UPR en Arecibo. Ofrecen asociado y bachillerato en ciencia de enfermería. Saldrás preparado en destreza y conocimientos para ser un buen enfermero o enfermera. Toma la decisión ya, este es tu tiempo. Llama al 787-815-0000. Para más información, accede a upra.edu/enfermería. Hay gran demanda para dicha profesión.
¿Estás confundido y aún no sabes qué estudiar? El Departamento de Ciencias de Computadoras de la Universidad de Puerto Rico en Arecibo ofrece un bachillerato en informática completamente dedicado a la programación de sistemas operativos y bases de datos. Además, cuenta con laboratorios profesionales de tecnología avanzada. Para más información, comunícate al 787-815-0000, extensión 3300. El Departamento de Ciencias de Computadoras es para ti. Son tiempos de crisis. Dentro de ti mismo eres libre de sentirte como quieras. Pero tu felicidad es tu elección, no la de nadie más. En caso de crisis emocional, visita el Departamento de Consejería y Servicios Psicológicos de la UPR en Arecibo. Pide ayuda, oriéntate, visítanos. No permitas que nadie opaque tu felicidad. Llámanos al 787-815-0000, extensión 3650.
Welcome back to What's on the Net. This is Elaine Velez speaking. Amanda Cruz is with me. Okay, don't speak. I
I'm
see.
not speaking.
This reminded me of the meme where Frodo is looking at Gandalf and he's like, all right, keep your secrets. Getting back to it, we're gonna be saying goodbye for now. We hope you have had a great afternoon with us, that you have new things to look forward to in the streaming platform world, and that you can continue to share this time with us every Monday and Wednesday from 4:30 p.m. to 5 here on UPRA Web Radio.
Goodbye.
See you on the next one.
Or not.
Bye.
Escuchas UPRA Web Radio, tu estación.